70% girls and 75.
Wow.
Has never had a job.
He's playing his keys.
I don't know.
You have no idea?
I hope you appreciate it, honestly, because I don't know.
The thing is, here at Google, we should own every window in Seattle.
Hey yo, what's up ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy and welcome back to another It's Your Genius episode. Today we're changing things up a little bit because we are not going to be doing the standard bar bets, brain games, or riddles. We're actually going to be drawing from one of the world's largest collections of geniuses on this planet, and that is Google. We all have heard of Google. They've got the best places to work at. All the best people want to work there. It's one of those just kind of like dream jobs that you hear about when you're getting out of university and things like that. And I've also heard that they've got some very difficult interview questions that they ask people. So today we are gonna be testing out the boys with some difficult, weird interview questions that were supposedly used in real Google interviews. I don't know if that's still the case, but at one point in time, apparently these were actually used. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm filming this intro after the video, and you're in for a treat. The boys, they went all kinds of different places with these answers, and these questions don't necessarily have a correct answer. What they're mostly looking for is the logic you use to get to whatever answer it is you get to, and as long as that logic is sound, they'll accept the answers. So needless to say, I think you can expect some illogical answers from the boys coming up, but I also want you guys to participate in the comment section down below. So after I ask each question, I want you to comment what your answer is in the comment section, and we are gonna be picking 5 people at random with the best answers in the comment section, and we're gonna be giving each of you 20 bucks. It's that simple. So go comment your answers down below. We'll just reply to you guys, get your info, and send you the 20 bucks on PayPal. So guys, enjoy the show. Be sure to participate, and let's bring in the contestants. For a new series, we gotta bring some epic people in to participate. So we've got the light-skinned brothers back together.
The smart one.
Are you guys excited?
Bro, we've
that I brought
never
you back
like
together?
we've never
Been
been
a duo. I'm trying to be
and trying to do this.
I'm the smart one, he's the dumb one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 more contestants here. They're competing as a duo. We've got Dustin and Guy. They might have played a couple duos in Fortnite together.
Yeah, we
Might
have.
not
That's
even
not
be true.
not together though.
Not quite
Against-
as much
against each other.
chemistry as our other 2 contestants, but we're gonna put your
We're
brains
both
to
white.
the test.
White man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our next 2 contestants. Well, actually not contestants. We have our next 2 potential Google hires, because today we are going to be doing some Google interview questions. The scenario is YouTube has died, but Google has survived. We all need jobs. We've gone to Google, our current kind of employer, and asked for a job. They've sat us down at this table, and they're gonna ask us some questions to see if we are Google material.
I'm aged.
He killed me in Minecraft. I was really pissed.
I killed him in
There was a lot of
Minecraft.
issues in
We're
the
both
Minecraft
really
days.
rich.
Yeah.
Actually, he's
I
really
work
rich.
for his family.
Yeah,
I work for
low-key
Dustin,
might be
actually.
richer.
Isn't that weird?
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I work for your family, but you
I
work for me.
you. Yeah, that's
Kind
fun.
of weird.
Basically, I don't know if you guys have heard of these, but there's a bunch of famous Google interview questions out there.
Okay.
That are extremely difficult. And we're gonna test and see what your answers are to these Google interview questions.
I am 100% winning. First of all,
You love regular jobs.
Charlie hasn't had an interview. Have you ever been to an interview?
Fun fact, I've had 1 interview in my
I
life.
was a bartender.
But other than that,
Other
like,
than bartending,
when you
doesn't count.
have skills that regular people don't, you don't really need to do none of that shit.
I love staying overtime and not getting paid for it.
I'm not necessarily looking for a right answer, but I'm looking for a correct, like a
A
logical answer.
I'm
So I want to
aged.
see how you would approach this problem.
Let's go. Brain games, Jad. Let's get it.
All right, first question. How much should you charge to wash all the windows in Seattle?
In Seattle,
Yeah.
like the city.
Yes.
To wash all the windows in Seattle.
You said there's no right answer?
Not necessarily. If you come up with a good answer, then it's a good answer.
Well, what I would say personally, if this was a real interview, is that
I wanna hear
would
Guy's
say,
answer
yeah,
first.
you know what? Let's do that.
Okay, wow.
Or just figure that.
So I need to clean how many Seattle's people
All the
are there?
windows in Seattle.
Yeah.
How many
How much do
Seattleians
you
are
charge?
there?
The thing is, when asking the question, how much would you charge to wash every single window in Seattle, correct?
So are you writing an essay where you just restate
And-
the question over and over again?
I need to know why he said Seattle. What's good about Seattle and windows?
I don't know. All I know is Seattle has like a Fugazi CN tower.
Yes.
The Needle? Is
The
it
Needle.
called
Yes.
the
It's called the Needle.
And I've been there before, and there's some pretty high buildings where you
There
see the
are
full
Very
view
high
of Seattle.
buildings. Yeah, and Seattle is a coast town.
I would think about it, you know, like I would say that would take me like maybe 70 days. No, how long would that? That would be a long time.
The thing is, here at Google, we should own every window in Seattle. So we wash it ourselves because that's how we put ourselves above others here at Google.
Like I'm gonna take my time cleaning windows. Maybe.
Yeah, give or take.
So I would say around maybe like let's say a day I'm doing $100.
Yeah.
So $70,000.
Okay, so my answer is nothing like that. First, I would say it depends what your definition of wash is, because I wipe windows. Whatever you find fair, because you can't really put a value on the average wage of washing a window.
I would Google.
Ah,
Google.
Use the service. I love that.
I would call 4 places to see what they would estimate for one building, get the average of how many buildings there are, guess an average price from the highest people who charged and the lowest people who
Okay.
charged. But I would do it based off 4 companies.
$70,000.
70 days, $100.
A day?
That's
$70,000.
That's $70,000. You sure about that?
Wait, hold
70
on.
times 100.
70 times
I'm gonna-
100.
please don't put
No,
it in here.
7,000. But
So
yeah.
$7,000.
$7,000. Yep.
In Seattle.
And it depends what you think Seattle stands for.
Okay, but
you talk
I don't
about
want
the
a bunch of
Seahawks.
depends. I want an answer. You decide. If it depends on this, you decide.
If this was a Google interview, I would say
It is Google in it.
While you do that, I will locate the total real estate number of cribs and average windows per household.
I would be honest to the interviewer.
Honest.
I would say, Sean, I'm not qualified to answer this, but I'm the type of guy that's going to find you the guy who can properly answer this.
Right here, right next to you. I'm right here. I would do it.
$7,000. That's
Yeah.
true. Guy is right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't bring that answer
No.
to me?
No,
Okay.
I would not do that.
Smart.
yeah. So I would say
Has never had a job.
I would say
I bartend. I could do like dirty rum and coke.
okay. Well, just because I wasn't making $4 an hour.
Is it cheap though or expensive? 7,000.
Very cheap. I think
I
it's
mean,
safe to say
if you could wash all the windows in Seattle for $7
you'd
grand,
be in business, my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
You might be
Yeah.
out of business quickly, but you'd be in business.
yeah.
Great.
You also may be Spider-Man, being able to pull that off in a year.
And
Yeah,
so-
Spider-Man
7 days.
with like who shoots windshield fluid out
Is
of
there a
his
Lebanese
hands.
Spider-Man?
Whatever the wages that window washers are getting paid with $2 plus or minus, depending on if you think they deserve it or not.
What's the number you would charge? It's like, how much would you say? So how much would I charge? The average market rate. I would undercut it by like $1 or $2, since I'm doing a big deal. I'm
Okay.
doing all of the windows, not just a couple.
That's what our answer is.
That's you're a team. I like that.
Our
Teamwork
answer.
is very important here at Google. How much should you charge to wash all the windows in Seattle? Of course, there's no way to come up with a correct answer for this.
I did.
So what they're apparently looking for is for you to give an answer that makes logical sense. He did do some math to explain his answer, but his math was all wrong. So not really what we're looking for. A sample answer that they gave was $10 a window.
Thailand, because that's what they're charging out there. Seattle,
$100 a window, anything like that. Nobody actually knows, so it's just kind of come up with something that makes sense and explain why you said it is really what they're looking for. Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. In a country where people only want boys, every family continues to have children until they have a boy. If they have a girl, they have another child. If they have a boy, they stop. What is the proportion of boys to girls in this country?
I believe all men and women are equal.
Professor, can you just say one?
I'm not a professor.
Or what'd you call
I'm a
these people?
professional and I'm interviewing you for a job.
Mr. Interview. What? How'd you say that? To like go back to like the
beginning?
Yeah.
Wow.
Unlike my fellow colleague right here, Mr. Rayner, he thinks men are very superior to women. Women shouldn't get jobs and stuff. And we've gone way past that in our disgusting society.
What is-
disgusting?
So let's say they have sex a lot and they get like 6 girls and then 1 boy. Oh no, like people usually get 3 kids, no?
I'm doing my
Oh,
own thing.
oh my bad.
I'm gonna go 50-50.
We are going to focus on making men and women equal counterparts in this world. Thank you.
It doesn't work in politics.
I'm winning. I am winning. Mr. America.
Okay, I got an answer. Interview, man. Oh, okay. Let's say families, yeah, you know, the average is 3 kids. Everyone has 3 kids, and let's say 2 of them are girls, 1 of them is boy. So the third quarter of not third quarter, they're like 1/3. The 1/3 of this whole math equation. What is he doing?
Well, if you actually look at facts and numbers, statistically speaking, there is more women in this world than men. Why every man doesn't have a woman? We all have our difference in genders and sexual identity.
If I increase the amount of girls that there are, then that is automatically assuming that your first child might be a girl, which you can't assume. You could have your first child be a guy and you're stopping right
But
there.
here's where I'm going to stop you, Bongeezy.
Okay, yeah, again, 1/3 of this would be, let's say, 70% girls and 73% girls and 32% dudes, males, men.
What is happening with your percentages? That's 105%.
No, 73 by 32. By 28, by 28. 78% by 22%. 78 girls, 22 boys.
I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, thank you. I know.
Pretty accurate?
Yeah.
You believing you're gonna get a girl or a guy has nothing to do with your mindset. You can pay a little extra money so that there's a little more chance that you get a girl or guy.
That's true. Now you can't.
But your mindset has nothing to do with how many kids you have because it's random
I
generated.
didn't ask about mine. You guys are not getting the job. Let's hear your math.
All right. I don't have exact math on this, but I'm just using a little bit of theory here. No matter what, there is a birth of a boy in the end. And assuming that it's 50% like likelihood of getting a girl or a boy, if you have a girl, you're ensured that you're gonna end up with a boy no matter what.
course, of
So
course.
it's at least 50% men going down. I'm gonna say 2 to 1 based on reducing the 50% each time. The likelihood of having 2 girls and 1 guy is 50% of 50%, so it's 25%, and that keeps deducting down. So I'm gonna say 2 to 1 boys.
If one person already has a boy, they're chilling. They're
They're done, exactly.
Yeah, and if you have a girl, then you have to have a boy. So wouldn't that mean there's technically more boys?
Technically, but what if you have 3 girls?
If you have
That's
3
why I'm
girls-
gonna say 50-50.
Oh, so you're saying, but don't people not stop until they get one?
Yeah,
oh,
they
you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying. But there's a bunch of people who
So
might
some,
stop.
some families.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is 50-50.
Yeah, I would say 50-50. It's like an educated guess.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
There's 1 for 1.
Why would you say that?
Because statistically speaking, how many men and women there is in the world?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yup.
It's 1 to 1, but not exactly 1 to 1. There's 1.1 women to 1 man. Because where you live has no effect on the child you give birth to.
2 to 1 boys.
2 to 1 boys.
Excuse me,
is what
sir,
I'm
but
gonna
just
say.
let me know, this answer gave you a headache, right? So to
Same.
me, so
No,
when I
was
gave you a
actually
nice
very intrigued by
answer.
his logic.
Okay.
Here at Google, we don't approve of people trying to chop down their fellow man to get
Oh my God.
themselves further ahead. I'd appreciate if you didn't do that for the rest of this interview.
I have the discrimination card.
Clear
I think the
question.
interview may actually be discriminating here based on
Yeah, you know?
certain things.
Said you were both white men at the beginning of the interview.
Oh fuck. I'm not white man, I'm an Arab man.
Your
We're
brains
both
to the
white.
Test?
White man.
Kifak.
I'm good. See, we
Great,
can
see?
be buddies. I can buy you
Yeah.
shawarma. Get me the job.
All right,
sir.
now
Okay.
answer my question.
Okay.
The second question, what was the proportion? 50-50 would be the correct answer.
I said 50,
No, that's
50, then I said 1.1 females for every male because I know there's more females in the world.
There are more
Fuck off.
females,
I
but
heard
that's
him say
not.
that.
It's in the country where they stop once they have
There's
a
still
male.
more girls.
So, but it guarantees for every
Where's the
girl
country?
born there
Crazy.
has to be a guy born because no matter what they stop after a guy, they'll keep going.
Yeah.
So it's 50-50. There has to be more boys.
Okay, so if you were to take an example where you have 10 families, 10 families each have a kid. Based off the assumption that it's 50-50, you would have 5 girls and 5 guys. So 5 of the families would no longer worry about having kids. You have an even amount, 50-50. So you take the other 5 families, now they would have 5 kids each. It would be again 50-50. So you'd have 2.5 boys versus 2.5 girls. Obviously you can't actually have that, but we would extrapolate it over more than 10 people. And then it's, again, half the families are out, half the families are in. And if you keep doing it, you just end up with 50-50.
Cool.
That was the second question. A few of you guys showed some decent logic for that. A few of you guys
Thank you.
really didn't. You didn't at all. There's no logic. You said there's 78% guys.
I said woman, 78.
Well, yeah, didn't really make sense.
I'm a feminist.
How many piano tuners are there in the entire world?
The thing is, Mr. Callahan,
What's a tuner? Are those actually questions Google asked?
I'm gonna go with 1 on this one.
One
Because
piano
there has
tuner.
to be 1 universal tuner for all pianos to make them all sound the same.
Talking about people who do the job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me Google that.
Ha! No phones in this
That's
interview.
a smart answer.
That was
That's
a
cute.
good-
Just saying,
That's
I
cute.
believe in the product.
I like the creativity there.
here at Google,
You're not in Google yet.
yes, because we are a mindset-based company. I did my research, and we are focused on owning the entire world. So dependent on our piano section and the needs and the accompany parts around it, you need to get as many as you need.
I would say, I didn't think about it. Hold on one second. Can you say the question again?
Oh, how many piano toners are there? As many pianos are there in the world.
So there's a
Bang.
tuner for every single piano?
Absolutely not.
There's one guy doing multiple pianos.
Yes.
Because he just had to go hit a couple keys and say, tune it down. You know?
Yes. But then when you tell that person who is there to witness that piano getting tuned, they know and they learn and become a piano tuner themselves.
Facts, it could be exponential. Holy smokes.
I would say around, let's say there's 20 million pianos. That's realistic, no? 20 million pianos, each one needs one, so 20 million dude that comes and tune it.
So for every single piano, there is one piano tuner.
Oh, no, that makes no sense. Let's say a quarter of 20 million, that would be how much?
You really can't answer that question because as there is a certain amount of piano tuners that you can buy from the store, you cannot buy knowledge.
I have a song. I made a song on my channel and I sing sometimes.
That's good to know. We're interviewing you for a software engineer program. So
My answer of how many piano tuners there are in the world is everyone's a piano tuner. No, my answer is there's as many piano tuners as there are pianos.
My final answer is however many piano tuners they made in the stores.
Dustin, do you have an answer?
He's playing
I
his
don't
keys.
know.
You have no idea?
I hope you appreciate it, honestly, because I don't know.
Next question was, how many piano tuners are there in the entire world? Now this again is like the first question. Basically, you just have to make an assumption to start things off. So you would assume there's 7 billion people and 1 in 100,000 people have a piano. So that would give you an amount of pianos in the world. And then from there, you would assume every piano tuner can tune, let's say they work 8 hours a day, they tune 4 pianos. 8 hours a day, they tune 4 pianos in a day. Or it takes them 2 hours to tune a piano, for example. And basically from there, you would just do the math all the way down, and then you would come up with an estimated number.
answer.
Yeah, a logical answer. So
Makes sense.
there's no right answer. Fourth question. I'm pretty sure Bongo knows the answer to this, so
I'll just let Jad go for it.
Okay.
You have 8 balls of the same size.
Okay.
One ball weighs slightly more than the others. How can you find the ball that is heavier by using a balance and only 2 weighings?
Okay, you grab the 8 balls
Yeah.
and then you throw them, and then one is gonna go faster.
It's not
Pretty accurate.
quite. It's a very minimal difference.
All right, we have a balance, like the weighing goal.
That shit. Okay.
Bro, both of you are deep. Look into the future.
Yo, why is this question so hard for me?
So there's 2 sides of the balance.
Yeah.
We put the eight of them there, and then slowly but surely we take one ball, put it on the other.
You only get to use it twice.
This
Is it hard here?
so easy.
One of them might be heavier, it might be on this side, it might be on this side. Okay, let's just say you weigh it, and this side just so happens to be heavier.
Yep.
So now we know for sure that it's on this side, right?
Yep.
Balance is a nice word in the English dictionary, and the first 3 letters are B-A-L, balance. So it just leaves us with ns. That means I don't give a ns about this question, and I'm going to move on.
So what we're going to do is remove.
We take our chances by taking 3, chuck them out, and hope one of the balls is in here.
Can I help you out with one step?
Yes, of course,
I would,
Bongo, we're a
I would
team.
just do this. Now figure it out.
Okay.
Can we ask for a friend?
Okay, guys, this is how it works. Wait, what?
You have 2 weigh-ins, but I would group the balls like this if I were you.
And this is how we're gonna do it. Hopefully, you'll weigh it 6 by 2, right?
No. You have 2 weigh-ins, but you're gonna group the balls like this.
Can we get a balance scale so I can visualize this?
I think it still gets down to 50-50. But if you go 3 and 3, right, this side's heavier, then you're left with.
That's one balance. That's one weighing.
So
now
you know which group it's
I know which group it's in, and now there's only 4 left.
3 and 3. We try these. One side's gonna be heavier, obviously,
Yeah,
right?
so then you cancel out the others.
because we don't need them, and then now we're left with 5.
Yes.
With these 5, one of them is gonna be the heavy ball. Like
Yes.
one of them is the black sheep.
I would. What the f? I put 2 on this side, 2 on that side. That's my second weight, and then literally feel the 2 balls.
So I'm gonna weigh these 2 first.
Played yourself.
Okay, then Bongo's gonna take the lead on this because he likes to talk. So Bongo, go
Are you
for
ready?
it. Yes.
If the heavy ball, which is a 1/8 chance higher than that, happens to be in here, one of these will be lopsided.
correct.
Meaning that
Now you've
all
done
these
one
would be
weight.
gone.
It's like one of those fucking chocolate bars you cut in half, and then it's the same size.
And now you have
3 left.
3 left.
Think about it.
Okay, so now I have 2 on this side. I have 4 balls in total. I can't touch them. I can only put them on the scale. Holy shit!
Is that your final answer?
Huh?
If these are equal, awesome. These can go. If they are not equal and one's a little heavier, then you know that this is where the heavy ball is and not these ones. So boom, discard these.
I'll just put 2 on each side.
And then you guess.
Because 1 on one side and 3 on the other side sounds weird.
Yes, and then doesn't matter what cards you put up, because if you put these 2 up and they're equal, then you know it's this one. If it goes like this, then you know this is the heavier one. No, regardless, you got it. Yeah. Okay.
Well done, Guy. That was all you, man.
Let's go,
Appreciate
bro.
that.
My teammates. See, we work together.
Are you ready for the 5th and final question of the
Yes, sir.
interview? How many times a day do a clock's hands overlap?
Hands. Shoe hands.
You know the things that
The
point?
minute and hour, obviously.
Oh, the.
Yeah, the minute.
Okay. Like the needle.
Yeah, the needle.
Interviewer is a little slow today.
I'm a visual learner, ladies and gentlemen.
So since you're a visual learner, this is now at 12, right?
Yes.
So now if you go to 1, at what time is it gonna pass?
1, 2,
Boom.
Boom again.
Okay.
105.
Now you're at 2, 210, 315, 420,
4.
525.
I got my answer.
Let's hear it.
24.
24 times?
All hands, 3 or 2 hands?
I like to say 24 as well, but my trick question would be,
Wouldn't it just be 24?
I'd say 12 times, sir.
In a day.
In a day?
I'd say 24.
they're actually placed like this, so they're technically always overlap. That's my technical question, but if I was to guess, an actual guess, it would be 24 as well.
If you set a timer on your watch, then that third little hand might tick for that designated
Yeah, I would
time.
say 24.
So it depends on how many timers you're setting for yourself a day.
24. Guy, do you have an answer?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, sorry.
23! 23. 23 final answer. Can't count 12 twice. And at 12, it's the next day. 23. You see what
Only
I
happened
mean? It
once a day.
starts at 12, and then it
Depends what
doesn't
you
go
ca-
to 12
depends what you
again.
count if it's the same day
I'm
or
going
not.
with 23. You can go 24. Everybody.
We've gone with 23.
Yeah. I think everyone else went with 24.
We're gonna say 23 because
right.
on that 12th day, it's a new day.
24 times. It actually is 24 times.
Okay, 24 times. And then the last question was, how many times a day does a clock's hands overlap? And the apparent answer was 22.
That's the right one, 22?
What,
22.
6 doesn't count or what?
I think what Bongo was saying about how once it comes around, it's like it starts off.
That could be an
or
argument.
whatever. Like
That's
it's,
They
wrong.
start
It
off
comes around.
together.
It's like you can't count.
Technically 12.
you can't
Right,
count it
doesn't go
twice.
past.
That's technically, but what we see with the human eye, that they are together.
Yeah, but
Ah,
you
so
work
we-
for Google, not like LASIK.
Great, thank you guys so much for coming
It was
through.
actually 24?
I'm not telling you the answer
Do I
just
get
yet.
the job?
We'll be in touch.
All right.
Thank you for your time, Guy.
If you need a job, my dad's hiring. He can buy Google, so he can come over my
can buy
way.
Google?
Hey, I want to keep my
Let me
job,
know.
so his dad's not
I might
hiring.
switch. All right, thank you guys very much for the interview. I'll be in contact to let you know if you've got the job as a software engineer here at Google.
Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you
is
for
the
your time and best of luck with
EQAO
everything else.
test? I'm off this.
You'll get your
Alright.
results shortly.
I don't want the job.
No, the job doesn't want you either. Well, thank you very much for coming through for your interview. We'll be in touch to let you know if you got the position. Now that we've finished this, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys at home to decide who you would hire if you were a Google manager. I don't know. Here are all your contestants. Comment down below. You can pick 2 people that you would hire, only 2. And it doesn't have to be the same 2 people that went together.
Boring job.
Comment down below the least person you'd hire.
Boring job.
I'm sure half of you don't really care about the answers, but it was really entertaining watching these guys try and figure them out. Now, if you ever want to apply for Google, maybe they'll ask one of those and you'll be a little more well-equipped to actually get the job. 'Cause-
Technically, though, we all work for Google anyways.
Exactly. So that's the kicker.
Either
We
way.
already work for Google,
We're
so we don't
content
actually
creators
have to
for
answer
How
the
to get
question.
hired by,
LLC.
to Google by Google employees.
What type of pizza do you want?
If you need a job, Sean is hiring still. So go to ItsYeBoi.networks.
Not a site, and no. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more Google interview questions or other crazy questions like this, be sure to let me know in the comment section any ideas you have. Smash the like button. Check out all the boys' channels. Links down below in the description.
When's the AOL interview?
Yeah, we're gonna do a MySpace interview, a LimeWire interview, an AOL interview.
Napster interview.
I'm out. I can't think of any other ones. Doodles.